Hi, my name is Stephen Hendricks, and this is my week 6 of the Coursera Introduction to Music Production class, course on synthesis this week. And my particular assignment this week is going to be on the explanation of the 5 most important synthesis modules: the oscillator, the filter, amplifier, envelope, and LFO. I'm sorry about my production. It's not going to have all the fancy graphics and stuff because I just honestly have no clue how to do all the monitor recording. Never done it, so it'll be something I'll have to learn. But I'm going to break it up into basically the 5 different topics. And now we're going to start off with oscillator. And synthesis, the oscillator is slightly different from those used in other applications such as mixing boards. They're sometimes called voltage-controlled oscillators and are designed to move over time. We see that various syntheses have 2 oscillators. One oscillator, depends on what you're using. But when you're using an oscillator, you get to choose different type of waveforms. These would be a sawtooth, square, pulse wave, triangle, sine, noise, feedback oscillator, and super saw, yada yada. All these wave shapes have different characteristics and can be modulated over time in terms of frequency and pitch. Some other options in the synthesis are detune or feedback. Detune will make fine adjustments in pitch. Feedback manipulate characteristics of the above waveforms. Now, the filter, there's different type of filters. We have a low-pass filter, high-pass filter, band-pass filter, or you can simply just bypass. Low-pass filter allows just the low frequencies come in, where the high-pass filter allows just the high filters come in, or frequencies come in. Band-pass filters only allows sounds within a certain cutoff range to pass through. And a bypass just basically leaves the signal clean as it is. Next, we have the slope. This determines the steep, or how steep the filter is. Using the slope, you allow the frequencies above and below the cutoff frequency to get through, creating a gentler tone. The negative 24 dB slope is much steeper and will only allow frequencies within the cutoff range to get through. Anything above or below this will be cut. Cutoff changes depending on the filter you're using. As we said, LPF turning to right brightens your sound, and left dampens it. High-pass filter, turning to the right, thins out the sound. Turning to the left makes it a thicker or heavier sound. A bandpass filter, turning to the right, allows a higher range of frequencies through, and turning left enhances the lower frequencies. Resonance basically boosts the sounds near to the cutoff frequency, and if you turn it to the left, will remove these boosts and creates a less distinctive sound. Amp basically determines the output volume of the particular patch you're working with. As with an oscillator and synthesis of amplifier designed to move over time, and is sometimes called a voltage-controlled amplifier. The envelope attached to the amp to determine how the overall sound will move. On your particular unit, you can play usually with a level, min and max, or they may have slider bars, which allows you to adjust the envelope at different points. There are many types of envelopes you'll find in your particular synthesizer. Too many to go into big detail, but envelopes shape the character and movement of sound, specifically that of the attack, decay, sustain, and release. The attack time, this basically controls the time it takes for your sound to reach full value after the key has been pressed. The higher the attack, the longer it takes. Decay controls the time it takes for a sound to decay from the top of the attack time, the maximum volume, down to the sustain level. The higher the slider, the longer the time. Sustain level, this controls the volume of the sound after the attack and decay time have passed. This will last until the key is pressed. Raising the slider will increase the sustain volume, lowering it will decrease it. Release time, the slider controls how the sound will continue after the key is released. The higher the slider, the longer the sound will continue. As set all the way down, the sound will end as soon as the key is released. Now, low frequency oscillator is basically a form of modulation. Names come from the fact that it operates at a frequency below human hearing. The LFO manipulates the sound from the oscillator and adds modulation or movement to your signal. Because it's set at a low frequency, you don't actually hear the LFO. Rather, you hear the effect it has on the signal created by your oscillator. It is mainly used to create vibrato on your signal. So I hope you've enjoyed my class. I tried to make it short and brief. And if you enjoyed, please leave comments below. If you don't like, leave comments as well. That way I know how to do better next time. And thank you for taking the time to listen to my course. Thank you.